Alright. Hi guys. Blake and Levi here today with Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Upper Lake Taneycomo. It is Monday, December the 7th, and we're going to do the one cast for you today. Okay. So, I am going to throw the very same thing I threw yesterday. The only adjustments I made, so first off, I guess I'll say what I was using yesterday in case you didn't see yesterday's one cast. Oh no, look at that mess I got. Hey, will you undo that for me?
What do you got going on here?
I don't know, I think it flipped through the opening at the end of the line. Got it? So anyway, I'll start here while Levi kindly undoes the mess that I made at the end of my rod tip. Yay! So I've got a AB size split shot and then a number 4 split shot, which is only 0.1 grams, very small. But I think it's going to be just that little bit that I need extra. Yesterday I think I had just a tiny bit too much on. I've got that at a foot above the Peppy Gray 200R size 12 scud tied with a red thread head. I've got that on the Rio Green 5X tippet. Okay, and the other adjustment I made other than my weight today was I added plenty of extra tippet so I could get the length that I need. And that is the 5X tippet. I'm throwing it on the same rod, which is the TFO Pro 2 Lefty Cray 9-foot 5-weight 4-piece. And today I'm just going to go ahead and start off by setting this thing about 13 foot deep. And even through these shallow areas, if I have the proper amount of weight on, it won't matter that it's set that deep because it'll still bounce the bottom the way it needs to bounce. Levi is throwing a 3/32 ounce sculpin and ginger jig on 4-pound line with a sculpin head. All right, and the bite's been a little slow from what I understand from everybody so far this last couple days. And yesterday I discovered that they seem to like the scud drifting underneath the indicator a little better than even dragging one on a drift rig. And sometimes you just got to catch the fish the way they want to be caught. So I'm going to do this again today. Levi will throw the jig and let us know if they're biting the jig any at all. And it looks like I'm getting a good tick across the bottom here. I can see my indicator bouncing, and you want to use a bigger float. I know that some of the guides like to use those ones that they kind of a round little ball and they have a threaded on cap that you can unscrew and slide it up the line and screw back down. I know those have quite a bit of buoyancy. I see quite a bit of the guides using those, so that might be something to look into. I do not believe we sell those indicators though, but I'm using our full-size carrot float. I think it's the biggest carrot float that we carry when you're fishing in these heavy of water flows. Today they're actually running a little bit more water. Oh dang it. Okay, well that was definitely looked like a bite, but I missed it, so nothing officially on the first cast again. It's been a while since I caught one on the first cast. They're running 2 units, but they're actually running a little bit more than 2 units, just barely. I believe Phil told me earlier that Table Rock was back down to 9:15 and he was expecting them to potentially slow the water down sometime soon, but it doesn't look like they've done that quite yet. I've been working up top today and haven't been down on the dock to talk to anybody. Not sure what the fishing reports look like for today. I know my buddy Mark Konechnik said he started real early this morning up at the dam, kind of fishing from the bank up by the outlets, and he said he threw a variety of scuds and San Juan worms and jerk baits, and said he only caught one fish, and it was a smallmouth. And he said that even a lot of the guys standing around the outlets fly fishing weren't catching a whole lot, so sounds like maybe the bite's a little slow again. With these colder nights that we've been having, the DO levels should be looking pretty strong. But the water is still a little dingy, so that could be affecting the bite. I'm not quite sure. I know that dragging the little jerk baits has still been working. Bill Babler's said he's been having some pretty good success with that, especially in the morning time. I have not been out to do it in the morning time, so I will Wednesday though. And it looks like Levi is hooked up. Hey, that sounds really nice. Let me turn the camera back there so everybody can see. There we go. Yeah, that's a fatty. All right, so we found one hungry fish looking for a jig. And Levi was fishing over towards the north bank. Try not to let him hit inside the boat there. Here, just hold him right over the edge and grab the jig head. Just grab the jig head and pop it. Just gotta turn it and shake. Phil makes it look so easy.
So easy. I'm not Phil though.
It's a nice, healthy. He's got pretty thick shoulders on him there. There we go. All right. And of course, whenever I was looking away from my indicator, I probably had 5 million bites. That's usually how it works. I still don't understand how the fish know when you're looking away, but I'm about 100% positive they do know. There was one, I was looking away. I'm looking forward to when the rainbows go into their full spawn. Bill Babler said he found a lot of females packed full of eggs the other day, so they should be getting ready just about any time to start spawning. I better, you know, I haven't had a bite in quite a while, and I better make sure. Okay, I don't have any moss. I figured getting out here a little bit later in the day with the sun kind of going back down over the other side that this bite would be maybe even better than it was yesterday afternoon, but you just never know. That is why they call it fishing. Oh, he ran with that one. I didn't see us. Well, actually we did. We only saw one other boat on our way up here. I'm gonna try. I've got just still a foot left to play with here. I'm just gonna see if setting it that little bit deeper helps out with the presentation. I'll tell you something I haven't tried in a while, and probably should, is getting back behind Eagle Island with some 16th ounce or 1/32 ounce jigs, or even, you know, a finesse jig underneath a float, and see if there's some fish collected back there. I imagine by now, with the faster, there's a fish, the faster water flows, that a lot of that tall grass that was growing up back there is probably cleared out by now. Oh boy, I've got that set so deep I may not be able to net this fish. Don't run away from your feelings, get in the net. There we go. Yay. Little stalker guy hanging out. Alright, well that's about the max distance I think you can set it underneath the indicator and still net the fish. That was a little challenging. Yesterday when I drifted through here, I drifted that inside towards the island more and had a few more bites. That might have had something to do with it. May not have. But I do see a lot of people drifting the center line where we're at now and doing pretty well. So I figured I'd try to go down more the center today and see how that went. But it would seem to me that maybe they, once again, are just not eating very well right now. I like to drift that south bank generally whenever I do something like this a little more. And maybe I should have just stuck to what I knew. Whenever I fish scuds out here, I primarily use the few different shades of gray. But there have been times when I put that tan scud on. Oh, wasn't paying attention. Where that tan scud seems to outperform. And I would assume that just depends on the water conditions and what color the scuds are, but usually they're more gray than anything, but there are some times where those tan scuds outperform. Normally I like to fish tandem scuds and fish 2 of them at a time and put different sizes and colors on there to get a good idea of which one's working the best. Got one?
Yep.
All right.
Go in there more.
Well, the bites are few and far between, but we are finding a couple.
Oh boy.
And once again, that fish was over there on that south bank where I drifted yesterday's one cast. And he caught that kind of right in the seam where I was drifting yesterday. You want me to net that? And then you can just take it out of the net?
Yeah, you want to? Good look fish.
Yeah, that's a healthy rainbow there. There you go.
Got it, Roddy. Thank you.
You leave it over the edge of the boat. Well, looks like I should have stuck with what I knew and went down the south bank. It's usually how it works.
All right.
I think we'll fish just a minute or two longer here and then call it a day. That sculpin and ginger is always a go-to color for me. All sculpin, sculpin and ginger, or sculpin and peach.
Wow.
Those are my three go-tos. Oh,
Missed him.
I wasn't quick enough. Well, another thing is I think I could have added maybe one more baby split shot on there to get the perfect tick. Because now that I'm down here in this deeper water, it seems like I'm not quite touching the bottom as much as I was up there. Well, they're not eating my scud quite as good today.
Tree up here?
Uh-huh.
Where's that?
No, it's right there.
Huh?
Look right behind you. All right, well, we made it down to Scooter's dock here, and I think it's time to call it a day. So we thank you guys for watching. Like and share us on Facebook, and we'll do it for you again tomorrow. Thanks, guys. I better get that.
There he is.
Oh, never mind. We got one more fish for you. It's the buzzer beater. Here, just bring him up to me. There's the buzzer beater. He's got a pretty little pink stripe.
Green and people.
There he goes.
Cool.
All right, thanks, guys.